All right, guys. So in this episode of the Zon Ninja X Masterclass, we're going to talk about one little strategy that I've actually probably used that's made me probably more profit from adding new products to my portfolio than any other strategy, or at least like one of the top three that we're going to talk about in this chapter. So what we're going to do is actually go to brands. Right, and we said that we were going to talk about brands earlier. What I like to do is go to insane mode for growth rate. Right, this just means that they're increasing sales over the past month by 6 months by a lot. You can do top 1%. Again, you can test out high and moderate though, and test out good, moderate, slow, depending on how insane you want to go with your your shots to the moon. And so what we're going to do is we are going to look for brands, Amazon brands that are growing at a very insane rate and that their success level is in the top 1%, right? And so what we're going to do is we're going to look for brands that match that, but also have a total review quantity for the brand's combined catalog, right? Or actually, excuse me, average total review quantity for the brand's products. We're going to look for stuff that has less than 79 reviews. We can also do it by average review rate, again, which is between 1 to 3% is generally what we look for. But anything above that is crazy. That just means that they have, super passionate following if they're getting more than, 1 to 3%. Some of the highest I've seen have been like 12%. So let's look at these brands. Alrighty. So Simply Home, let's take a look at these guys. Mountain Hardwear, FlexCut. Let's look at these guys. Virtue Paintball, that's interesting. And Handing. All right, cool. This should be enough. So these are the actual, let's take a look at their actual brand pages here. Wow, so they have 6,000 results, which is insane. Let's take a look. So kind of the point of the strategy, guys, is to look at other successful brands, like their actual stores, right? And so we're inside of, we're looking at all of the products that match this particular brand right now. But this brand, doesn't really look that enticing, right? Monthly revenue is all very low, so we're gonna close this one out. Let's take a look at this one, which is Virtue Paintball. So it looks like they sell like paintball masks or something, which is very niche, right? I'm sure that they probably do well. Yeah, 19,000, 12,000, 12,000, 7,000, 5, right? So they have some stuff that's very, very successful. So this is definitely something that I would take a little bit closer of a look, right? Because 29 reviews, 13 reviews, like a lot of very low review items as well. And so this is definitely something that I would check out. And so what we were able to do when you actually look at specific brands, right? Like we're looking at Virtue Paintball. I don't know why I can't say that. We're looking at Virtue Paintball here. And they actually have like a brand store. So if you try to use the Chrome extension on their brand store, when they have custom stores like this, it's called Enhanced Brand Content or an Amazon store. When they have this, then it makes it harder to actually tell what their products are. But what you can do is just type in Virtue Paintball into the search bar, and then you can just look right here. And sometimes random other products will like sneak in if they use Virtue Paintball's brand name in their search terms and things like that. Like Dye obviously is doing that. But you can see a lot of stuff here, right? And you can organize by review quantity to see kind of like what the low ones are that have a lot of reviews, right? 12 reviews, 8 grand, 29 reviews, 20 grand, 33 reviews, 8,500, right? Lots of stuff to take a look at, lots of different products to take a look at. And we found all of those different products just by looking at one brand, right? And we found that brand just by using the brand search, right? And then just putting insane mode, top 1%. In the brand search here in product discovery. And again, we can play around with all different types of stuff here, and it really, really helps. So let's put this down to the average review rate between 1 and 14. Let's see if this changes anything. Not really. So the same ones. Let's put it to like 1 to 5. All right, 1 to 5. We see 6K. Products, right? A lot of different products there. Mountain Hardwear, FlexCut. Here's one that was different. Let's take a look at these guys. Okay, so like leggings. I don't really like doing clothes with Amazon, to be honest, just because there's like a lot of SKUs. Things get sloppy, things get messy. People will buy a small, it won't fit them, they'll return it. You'll have high return rates, right? If you want to sell clothes, it's much easier to do so on Shopify. And we do obviously have a Shopify course and a Shopify free mini course if you want to check out Shopify. Or, you know, once you're successful with Amazon and you want to kind of start to expand, it's extremely important to have, you know, multiple streams of income for your online presence. But obviously, let's focus on Amazon right now. Just in the future, or if you want to sell clothing specifically, sometimes Shopify makes a little bit more sense. And so this is how you do it, guys. You just go through all of these different brands here, and then once you're inside of the brand, right, you can see 16 at a time, over 1,000 results. And if you want to see all of the results at one time, right, you can just add the Amazon Infinite Scroll Chrome extension to Chrome, and it allows you to actually load all of these pages without clicking, you know, through them one at a time. Which can help you kind of look at things a little bit faster. So these are all the different brands that we were looking at, right? 166 results for FlexCut. I love like random stuff like this, right? Like these are like whittling knives for woodworking. That's great, right? How niche is a woodworking knife set? I love it. We see monthly revenue is a little on the low side, but there is some stuff that could be interesting, right? We see right here, there's a 28,000, a little high for me. 305 reviews, a little high also. But we do see another product, right? It's 8 grand here with only 16 reviews. 8 grand here with 29 reviews. Definitely some products that we would want to take a look at, right? And so this is how I have found probably the most profitable products the fastest, by looking at successful brands, right? And whenever you're doing product research, whenever you see a cool product, open up their brand page, right? And how do you open up their brand page? All you do is click on their seller store name, right? And like I've showed you a couple times before, but just to show you again, this is their seller store name, right? So if you're looking at another product using any of the other types of product research that we teach you, all you have to do is click on their little brand name right here. And unless they have, you know, a specific brand page like this, obviously Wilson is a huge company, then normally, you know, you can just press this little button. But obviously, excuse me, when they have, you know, a custom brand page like this for a massive company like Wilson, let's do like Tactical Flashlight, for example. And let's just take one of these smaller companies, 386 reviews. And I've never looked at Gearlight before. Okay, cool. So it's not a custom page. And so whenever you're doing product research in any other way, look at the brands, right? Look at people who are actually being successful. You know, if they appear on page 1 for a large search volume keyword like Tactical Flashlight, then they probably have some other cool products that are worth checking out as well. So that is how you look at the other products in a brand's catalog to see if you can find some diamonds in the rough that they're selling in their brand name, right? It's just another way to go deeper down the rabbit's hole in Alice in Wonderland, which is, again, how you become successful with Amazon product research. He who goes the deepest into the rabbit hole wins. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, guys, and let's get to the next.